our third version of We Give to Build Our Community. And I have two of our favorite, maybe for the whole church, some of our favorite folks in church. I have the Lobos with us today. So how are you guys doing?
Doing good. Good morning.
Thank you.
Great. Great to have you guys on this being shown on Sunday. So, guys, tell me, when did you guys arrive at Trinity?
Well, initially we officially joined, I guess, full time back in '99 when we moved back up to this area. We at the time had been living down in Shelton and were attending a service or attending an Episcopal church there because when we stopped in after testing a bunch of other churches in the area, we came across Father Tom Fuhrer, who I had previously met in Emmaus up at Trinity the prior year or two. And as we were leaving, he whispered, "Don't tell anyone, we'll see you in about a month." And since '99, we've been members. So that's 25 years now.
Wow. So, they made a rule after that, like the bishop acts kind of like the president of the NBA. And so they made a rule that there's no longer priest and two players to be named later. But it was a great thing. So if you guys came in '99 and your first son had not been born yet, right?
Correct. He was still baking.
He was born at the end of '99.
So that means that you guys kind of like as a young family grew up at Trinity.
Correct.
Wow. Wow, that's like cool. So tell me, that means, I don't know, tell me all the things you must have been involved with in serving here at Trinity.
It's changed a lot over the 25 years because, initially, when the kids were little, obviously, all three baptized in Trinity, helped out. All three went through Sunday school. At one point in time, when they did the pumpkin patch, when they would, a 18-wheel truck would deliver, I don't know how many thousands of pumpkins, we would help to unload those and sell those to help with.
Was that a part of like a youth group, like a senior high youth group or something?
Yeah, we did that. Goody helped out sometimes with Sunday school, assisting up there. Then as they got older and schedules got crazy with athletics, we still found time to sponsor kids as far as confirmation class. There was a stretch where I was doing ushering when the only church service we could really squeeze in was the 5 p.m. on Sundays. Gunny was Eucharistic ministering for those. Participated in more than a few Emmaus weekends, being on team for that. It's still involved with a healing ministry, did some family retreats, did an Alpha weekend. It's been a constantly evolving participation. So
it sounds like a career. We started out here with the baptism group. We kind of moved our way up as we went. And you've been involved in some other kind of small groups like Alpha, I think.
Yes, we did an alpha group, in which we didn't just do for the delicious dinners that were cooked, and we participated in Bible study for that, which ended up in an alpha weekend at one point. So got an opportunity to grow closer to each other as well as to God. Had home groups, Bible study for over the course of a few years. Over that time, kids have been friends or made friends growing up through Sunday school that they're still friends with this day. Some of our closest friends are still those friends that we made throughout our time at Trinity. We still in regular contact with them, whether it's in church, grabbing dinners sometimes, text message chains.
Wow.
So yeah, really good stuff.
So you've been super involved over the years, and that changes. As life changes and careers change and kids grow up and things go on. How do you think the church has shaped you as people?
It's kept us grounded.
Yeah.
It's kept us grounded, and it's been our rock. Trinity has been that church that you walk in and you feel the Holy Spirit. you don't just feel the Holy Spirit, but you see it in everyone that you meet, the congregation, their love, their concern, their sympathy. They're there, without a doubt, they're there no matter what you're going through. Since with those amount of years, we've had our challenges, and we always know that the community is there of Trinity to pray with us. Not just our close friends that are there, but the Eucharist, the whole ministry there, you included.
Yeah.
So here's a question for you. So it seems pretty logical that as families kind of grow, and then your kids kind of grow up, and you've been very involved in stuff with your kids, both out of church, sports wise, academics wise, them getting probably into stuff that boys do wise, and then they kind of go off to college and get independent, and then suddenly life quiets down, but your careers continue to go. So do you think like people retire from church? Like, well, we've done it all, so now we're retired. We'll show up on some Sundays. Or do you think there might be more in store for you?
Definitely more in store.
Definitely more.
I mean, and one of the things that's interesting when thinking about it over the time, everything that we did, it never felt overwhelming when we did it. It wasn't as if we, at one point in time, said, okay, we're doing all this stuff. It was always a little bit at a time. When you look back, it's the large body of work where now we're much more regular with doing our daily devotional together in the morning and going through our readings, and whether it's just the daily word, doing things with the healing mission, looking to do things outside of just attending church on Sundays, talking to the kids about church and trying and encouraging them. And even if it's a Sunday morning where schedules don't allow it, so we're watching it online and cranking it up really loudly so that they come down and listen to the sermons and participate that way. There's always ways to try to remain involved. And yes, it changes. Are we still doing things with the little kids that we used to 10, 15, 20 years ago? No. But there's much more adulting that we can do. And now that the kids are in their 20s, thinking back to how when they were younger and we did those Bible groups, yeah, it was a chance to study. It was a chance to hang out with grown-ups. It was a chance to treat it as a date night, in a certain respect, because it's one-on-one time with Jesus as well. So it's an opportunity that, yeah, it's ever evolving going forward for hopefully another 25 years, God willing.
Absolutely.
What a great story. So thanks so much, guys, for giving us this time. For Gundi and Jason, thank you guys for coming. These stories are really encouraging. I think they really show us and remind us that it's not just about what happens on some Sundays. It's like a whole family life that hasn't been that gets impacted by church and the way the ministry that Jesus does, and also the way that family goes on to minister to others. So I look forward to finding out what God's next call for you guys might be. So I'm no pressure.
Yes.
Just like this will be good.
Look forward to it.
All good. Great. So thanks again, guys. I really appreciate you sharing with us. And so remember, November 17th is our date for bringing in our pledges as we continue to give to this great community that God has built here over all these years. So thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.